I found the by far best and shockingly easy communication tips I know of, and I'll share them right now. Firstly, the foundation of Warzone communication is clarity. In Warzone Pacific you could get downed in a second. Therefore, seconds matter. So you want to be clear by saying only enough information needed to address the situation. Let me explain. If you're getting shot by an enemy that you don't see and say, "Oh shit, I got shot by an enemy, I think he's somewhere over there by the building." In this scenario, the only needed information you actually provided was that you got shot. The rest of the information was probably only confusing and therefore counterproductive and put your team at risk. What I recommend is saying something simple as contact. If you're under heavy fire and in panic mode, just say heavy contact until you can provide more constructive information. Now, if you know where the enemy is located, you want to provide the location as well, either by a ping or a correct description. This is where you can start mastering communication, because pings don't always work. But description techniques are effective and easy. By being good at describing where the enemy is located doesn't mean saying enemy at a rugged building post-Soviet era with a spring green color just next to a beautiful sunset. You get the point. Instead, again, try to be as simple as you can. So, if an enemy is hiding in a house, the color of the house and floor where the enemy is located is all you need. Therefore, in this situation, say enemy on 3rd floor in yellow house. And notice that I stated the placement in relation to the house. In the example, I said in instead of at. Saying at is usually not enough information. The enemy could be inside, outside, behind, in front of, to the right, left, on and under. All of this needs practice, so I recommend you to watch some Warzone footage and place an imaginary enemy at a random place and try to describe that place as quickly as possible without adding unnecessary information or removing necessary information. But before we get to the good stuff, I just want to remind you to like, subscribe and turn on the bell notifications. Let's move on. Actually, there is a shortcut that I wish I took advantage of sooner, and that is to specify words as well. As I mentioned before, describing a building with a long sentence might give additional but excessive information. Still, being too blunt is also bad. For example, saying enemy in a building at ping is an alright sentence, but could be specified. Sure, this is a building, but more specifically a hut. This is a vehicle, but more specifically a car, or even more specifically an SUV. And it is applicable to other words as well. For example, this is an enemy, but it's also a sniper. So basically, you want to boil down your sentences word by word. The great part about this kind of communication is that you will have a way more snappy communication than before. Also, you don't have to sacrifice the fun and goofing around if you only use my tips when you need to be a little more sharp, like in firefights. And in the end, the best games are the ones that you have fun in but still are winning. I have a lot more communication tips, so if you want more videos, tell me in the comment section below, subscribe to the channel and like the video.